Hey guys, K-Fish the Hypnotist here. This is an odd beginning, so I figured I'd just hit record and start. What I want to do is track my healing process, so hopefully it can help others. 3 days ago, I think it was, I went into the hospital I thought I had a hernia in my stomach. After 10 hours and CAT scans and all the other fun stuff there in the ER, doctor came in and said, come back to the back office. I thought, that's not good. So we went back there, and he was very concerned look on his face. He said, the CAT scan came back, you have stage 4 cancer. And instantly, my mind, and the people that know me understand, my mind, no. Thanks for telling me what came up. There's some dead cells or whatever you just said, but nope. My mind went right to healing. Like this is a few days later, the phrase that came to mind is challenge accepted. Challenging my beliefs of how the mind can heal the body. I said, okay. So they checked me in. I didn't leave after being in the ER they gave me a room upstairs, MRI. They did a biopsy on my liver, which put a needle straight through my fucking chest, which still hurts. Anyways, I went through a barrage of tests. That was Monday night when I checked myself in, or I guess I checked myself in. Sounds like Hotel California. You can't check out. That's what they want. They want you to not check out. So, what was that? Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday. What is today? Is today Thursday? You lose track when you unplug. Well, I was plugged in to their IVs and all this other bullshit. But anyways, everyone that came in, the prognosis, whatever it's called, the diagnosis of, the heavy concern on their face. And I understand where they came from, because they're not taught healing. They're not taught the powers of the mind. They're not taught spirituality, everything that I've studied my whole entire life. So I wasn't mad at them, of course, but most of everything they were saying was wrong to me. It was right from their education and viewpoint, completely wrong from my education and viewpoint. So after a barrage of tests, different information from everyone that came in, doctors, oncologists, whoever these people are. The cancer doctor came in, they spent 3 minutes with you like most doctors do in our sick care. We don't have health care. And, said, yeah, you can go home. I think that was Tuesday night or Monday night. No, Tuesday night. And I said, oh, cool. So I started peeling off their little patches on my chest, and I started undoing the IV, called the nurse. Said, oh, no, you can't go home. I'm like, doctor said I can. Well, yeah, you got to see him Friday for more tests. I thought, oh, okay. So anyways, I followed along. I'm open-minded, so I'm listening and following along, seeing what their protocol is. But then a nurse came in and, oh my God, she's like, my wife and my mother-in-law were there at this point, and, just given this bad news. And, my wife doesn't think like I do, God bless her. And she was thinking about life without me, and, upset her tremendously, understandably. But as this nurse, whoever she was, come to break the news to us, she said something about living will. I said, living will? Am I dying? What are you talking about? And my wife is asking her questions. She said, oh, there's no cure for this. Right away, I'm like, bullshit. You don't know there's a cure for this, understandably. Your limited education and wellness and how the mind works. Yes, there's absolutely a cure for this. So, Thursday, what is today? Is today Thursday? Yeah, Wednesday night, because I listened to my online coach. I have a Wednesday night call, and I'm pretty sure today's Thursday. So Wednesday night, we talked to this naturopath doctor, and we bought some herbs from her, how to heal everything that's going on in my blood system. And actually, while we were on the phone with her, I just said, listen, the nurse came in. I said, listen, I'm checking out tonight. I'm out of here. If you want to officially do it, or you want to take the IV out of my arm, or whatever you want to do, but I'm leaving. So, they checked me out. I left on my own. They thought I was going to stay there till Friday for more testing. That's not going to happen. I might still do the PET scan where they see where the cancer is. It lights up. Oh, we put this chemical dye in your system, and the cancer cells light up. I'm like, light up? Does that give them more power and more energy? What are you guys even doing? So, I'm thinking about doing that for my own purpose. So when I do heal myself and go back in and it's all gone, I can say, see, told you so. No, it's just part of the journey. I'm recording this journey because I'm 1,000% sure from the second he gave me a diagnosis to the second he said that, my mind started healing. My body started healing. I have a brain tap meditation goggles I put on. Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'm listening to Supernatural, doing meditations there, watching several of clients that went to Dr. Joe's week-long retreat and cured themselves from stage 4 cancer, which was all over their body. Actually just went online and sent them an email. I'm going to go to a Dr. Joe 7-day retreat because I want all the help I can get. I know I could fix this from the inside, but all the external knowledge that I've been studying my whole entire life, I'm using to my advantage right now. So, like I said, I think today's Thursday, and yeah, I checked myself out. I did a meditation this morning. Like I said, Brain Tap, a phenomenal company. They have like 30 of my meditations on there professionally. And he has a whole set of cancer meditations, how to reverse it and get rid of it. And the one I listened to this morning, it's a light sound goggle machine, so it's brainwave semi-hink. Really cool machine, really cool company. Dr. Patrick Porter owns it. Reach out to Brain Tap. They're phenomenal. I'm an affiliate, so reach out to me. I'll give you information on it because I'm part of the company. But I did the meditation this morning with the light and sound goggle machine, and I just felt around my stomach, around where they said this stuff was. I felt like what came to mind, I equated to pop rocks. It was like pop rocks exploding, all these little negative cells. I'm not even going to use the word cancer anymore, but all these negative dead cells just pop, like missile command, just popping in my abdomen, just like healing myself instantly. And it was a great meditation. Overall point being, I started my healing instantly. Didn't take this information on, didn't accept it. Like I said, the phrase that came to mind was challenge accepted. Game on. Let me get my sparring gear. Challenge accepted. I will win this fight. So I just want to document what I'm going through. This is my first video. I don't know if I'm going to release them one at a time while I do it or put it all together, but the point is, I just wanted to look back when I'm over this and cured and completely healthy. I'm healthy already. I'm sitting outside the gym. I'm sitting outside the UFC gym where I work out every morning at 5. It's midday on a Thursday right now. I said, I'm going to the gym, going to go to the park, the lagoon, to meditate, get some sunlight, and continue my healing process. I'm back at the gym. It's just, my life is back already. I'm healed. There's a process to flush it out of my system. That's okay. I'm working on that also. Herbs and all kinds of good stuff. But I just want to document it because I know 1,000% that I'm going to be cured. Time frame doesn't matter because the healing's already begun. So I just wanted to document it so anyone else that might be going through this and might be listening to the doctors that told them, she actually said there's no cure. There's no cure for you. We want to pump in chemotherapy to try to give you a few more years onto your life, which she said in front of my wife, and she just lost it for obvious reasons. I said, I'm not going nowhere. This is ridiculous. And you're going to pump radiation chemicals through my system for days? And she's like, you got to wear a fanny pack, and it's going to be a port in your chest, and it's going to pump chemicals, deadly chemicals. She didn't say this. Deadly chemicals through your system for 48 hours. You check back in. You give us the fanny pack. We pump you in more chemicals. You take another fanny pack home. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not hooking myself up to deadly fucking chemicals to flush through my whole body to get rid of a few dead cells in my abdomen. So their system is fucked. They were taught a fucked system, so I'm not mad at them, but I disregard everything they said because of my knowledge. 28 years being a professional hypnotherapist, meditating my whole life, studying how this all works my whole entire life. Like I said, challenge accepted. It almost excites me a little bit. It's kind of weird saying that out loud. It almost like, okay, motherfuckers, you want to see how powerful the mind is? Challenge accepted. Let me get my sparring gear on. So, I'm already healed. I'm at the gym. I'm about to get a great workout in. Back to life. Back to life. So again, I don't know how many I'm going to record along the way, whether I'm going to put them out instantly, but this is my first day out of the hospital when I checked myself out last night. And I feel great. I feel back to normal. I feel completely healed. And I'm going to document it so it's, like I said, I wasn't going to do the CAT scan, but I'm figuring, well, for selfish reasons, I'll do that so when I meditate, I know what areas to put my meditation, my focus on. So to release those negative cells that have died and replace them with fresh new ones. So I'm going to do that for twofold. One, to meditate on the dead cells to get rid of those. And two, when I go back to a CAT scan and they see, oh my God, it's gone. That's a miracle. How'd that happen? Miracle in your life because you're taught dis-ease and dis-ease. When your mind is not at ease, your body is not at ease. My mind is at ease from day one. People have been calling me out of the woodwork from old friends, and my friends are flying out from Chicago next week to see me. And I mean, it's a beautiful outpouring of love for me that I feel. But from the inside, I appreciate all that, but I'm healed. And, there's no limited time I decide when to go. So, the power of the mind. And yes, you can't do this without meditation. You can't do any of the work I do without meditation. Getting rid of anxiety, learn how to sleep, getting rid of any kind of stress, overwhelm. You can't do none of that without slowing your brainwave frequencies down. That's why my motto in life and business is slow your mind down to the speed you're living. You get there, you can control everything. And I'm living proof of it, and I am going to document my healing. So stay tuned, follow along, and when I'm done with this healing process, I'm going to put them all together so it could be a series of videos people could watch and inspire them to go down the same path. Like I said, I'm going to go to a Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat and use all my natural healing abilities, mind, body, physical, herbs, vitamins, and just flush out my body and get it back to where I want it to be. So, K-Fish the hypnotist, healed already, going to prove the power of the mind through this process. God bless you guys.